Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Okay, so I know the message went out for Jeremy Laguerre, so I am not Jeremy Laguerre, you guys. Okay, as everyone knows who I am, but that's funny. I know the message. So I wanted to see some gratitudes. Marissa, thank you. Beautiful sunshine today, and it's a beautiful morning and beautiful music. Yes, I agree. When you're journaling, you want that mindset and you want some good music. So thank you for sharing that. You guys, come on, there's 7 people on here. Let me see some gratitudes and some wins and some victories. It's Thursday. I hope you guys had a fantastic week so far. I'm happy to be with you this morning, be here with you this morning. I wanted to start out with just gratitude. You know, there's so much going on right now in our community and in the world right now with our elections, and everyone is just, that's all they're talking about. Everyone that I've spoken to in the last few days, they're like, oh, did you see this? Oh, he's winning this, he's winning that. And it's just so, it surprises me. It's like the result is not out. Let's focus on what's the important thing to us, right? So the biggest thing is the 5 daily things that we need to do daily. I want to start out with being in the mindset of gratitude, or living in the moment of gratitude, as I think we should say, right? Because when we're in that moment of gratitude, the negativity, everything that we do, it reflects on our life throughout the day. And I want to start and kind of give you something that I do in the last few years that has really, really been helping me out. Because since I've been at this company, I have honestly started to know more and more. Everest has changed my life in that way. Starting out with gratitude, I don't just start out in the morning with gratitude and journal. You guys, I have a thank you journal that I keep bedside. And honestly, I write down not just those gratitudes, but all the things I'm thankful for the day before I actually sleep. This really does help you think like, wow, when you go back and read that, you don't think about the challenges. You're not thinking about what you did that day. You're not thinking about, you know, just the community in general. You're thinking about the positive things that have gone on throughout the day, even if it's just a joke, even if it's just, hey, I had a great dinner with my family. Hey, today I got a new client. Instead of saying, oh, I struggled with this presentation, or I didn't do my prospecting today, or look what's happening in the community, look what's happening with COVID, because there's a lot of negativity. This will really help you cut that out. So I sit down at night and I write down all the great things that have happened to me that day. So like yesterday, for an example, I had a long conversation with a friend that I haven't caught up with for about a year. And we laughed and we had a great, and I was hesitating. I'm like, oh, I haven't reached out to her in a long time. And, you know, so I should reach out and I should be thankful that she's in my life. And, you know, and honestly, I spent some time with my mom and she shared some stories. So I write down things like that. I write down the small wins that I've had through work. You know, I got a good recruiting client yesterday that set an appointment with me. So I was really excited about that. Write down those small wins. So when you go back and read that journal, you're not thinking about the challenges. Like, oh, that's the day that happened. Oh, I had a good joke to share. Oh, I had a good dinner, or I had a good lunch, or I met a good friend and we laughed at the office. There's so many good things to be thankful for. Or we voted, right? We live in such a beautiful country that we're able to create an impact. And remember that you're important and you matter, and to everybody that's in your family, that's in your friends. Just starting out with gratitude in the morning, meditating, being thankful for just having a day to start fresh, right? I think it's really important. And the biggest thing is I wanted to share a story just so I can kind of shed some light on how to get back to that positive mindset. So a lot of you who know me that know my brother passed away about 5 years ago. And that same year when I finally got back into real estate, months and months later, I had a big deal that I don't know if you can, so I was parked at 5300 South and Redwood Road. I still even remember the light I was standing at, sitting in my car, and I had a hotel deal that I was doing, and 3 months in the works, and the seller canceled 6 before closing. My buyers had franchise done. They had everything ready to go. They had all their improvement plans ready. They had their loan ready. The seller from California canceled because something, you know, canceled out in California, 1031 exchange. And I literally, I didn't even know how to call my clients. I actually was in tears. I had another deal that fell apart. And it was just a bad day and kind of a bad few months because my brother passed. And so a lot of emotions there. So when you're thinking about that moment and I'm sitting at that red light and I'm sobbing and I'm crying and why me? I don't think like I want to do this. Life is so hard. Why is this happening to me? Because that's like, you guys, $150,000 worth just about, right? So who wants to lose that? And the biggest thing is high profile clients. Like you want to make sure that you're there for them. Anyways, I'm going whole mess in my mind. And all I'm thinking is, why me? I can't do this. Everything is horrible in my life. I don't think it's going to turn around. And so then I'm sitting there at that light, look over. And I look over at the sidewalk and there's a bus stand. And there's a gentleman sitting in this motorized wheelchair that he has. And he's trying to move an inch by inch without falling over into the little grass, like what do they call the grass right next to the sidewalk, just to get some shade from that tree. It was horrible. Like that's just the worst feeling. Like what? It made me realize how grateful I am. I'm sitting here crying in my nice car. I'm sitting in an AC. It's a beautiful day. I have family, friends that love me. I have my health, which honestly, if you have your health, you have the wealth in the world. You can create anything that you want to. So instantly that just took over my entire body and I felt instantly stupid because I'm like, I'm crying over something that was not mine yet, but I can create as I want to. And here I am looking at the simple things in life, a person to just get a little bit of shade without falling over in his wheelchair, being independent and trying to go about his day. And I love that. It instantly gave me gratification that, there's so much possibility out there. And there's so many people are in struggles that are in different life, just their journey in general. So I instantly called my mom. And I said, Mom, I love you. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so good in my life. And I know that Radha passed. This is what happened with work and everything. And she just affirmed. And I told her that story. She's like, wow, that's beautiful. I'm glad you got to see that. She's like, because you know what? Everyone's going through a different type of struggle. Being grateful and staying in that moment that you can anything possible if you have that gratitude in your mind. Because gratitude changes everything. If you're grateful for what you have and you have a job and you have work and we have this world of abundance that we live in, especially in real estate, we have the opportunity to help so many people. We have the opportunity, but transactions will go south. Transactions will be a screaming match. You have to protect your clients. So many things will happen. At the same time, you want to stay calm and be thankful that you are able to be in this position, able to even help someone to negotiate. So if you stay calm, you're able to find those solutions. And if you stay in a mind of gratitude, honestly, if you're always looking at the glass half empty versus half full, how are you going to fill that, right? So if you stay in that mindset, that was a really big thing for me. And I don't start in the morning. I start at night before I hit the bed. So when you're having a rough day, sit down and write down the things that you are, the things that you are thankful for. Look in the mirror and appreciate who you are. Appreciate what values you have. Appreciate what you have already and what you can do. It's amazing. So I just really wanted to share that because that has changed my life. I've gone through a lot the last few years. And if I didn't have this mindset of gratitude, I think I would be in a different place. And all of you that know me, you guys know me that I try to be as upbeat and, full of life as much as I possibly can, even though things can get you down, but be positive. Anyways, that was the first thing I want to share. The reasons why is you can practice different things of gratitude. Like when you're working with people, walk by, say, hey, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. Reach out to the people that you haven't reached out in a while and just text and say, hey, I've just been thinking about you today, and put a smiley face, or reach out to your family, I love you. Watch the response. You can change so much. You have no idea how impactful you are and how much you matter to the person next to you, especially your clients. Like when you're in that mindset of gratitude, your intention of helping them comes across a lot more. When you're able to stay and ask share with me a little bit more about that. What's important to you about that? Before you talk about yourself, make sure you make them feel important. And that comes from a place of gratitude. When you breathe, real estate and you know what you want, and you know that when you have that skill set, even if you don't have everything perfect, that's okay. When you have the intention of helping someone and you have that mindset of gratitude and, hey, I'm here for you. I am the best agent for the job. You have to go in with that mindset. You have to say, I am the best sister. I am the best daughter. I am the best mother. I'm the best friend. I am the best person that this person can have in the right now. If you go with that, trust me, it will change your life, because I have to practice that all the time. It doesn't come easy. You have to sit down, and when things are complete chaos, instantly take a minute and think about 3 things that you're grateful for and that you're thankful for. And trust me, it'll change your entire day. Like, instead of complaining about something, saying, why? Like today, I'm doing Ascent on the fly, guys. But I'm thankful and grateful that I'm here with you guys, because I do have a lot of passion of risk, and this has become a family. So you learn from each other, and this is why this company is just amazing for me. It's changed my life. So the next thing I wanted to really talk about is how you start your day. Once you start with gratitude, what are you doing in your day that can really change? So honestly, if you are we want to multitask and we want to get everything done at one time. I'm guilty of that. Trust me. I've had to refine my schedule more and more and more, and time block like crazy, because I'm that person, and I'm an expressive, but I'm also, let me take care of you. That's my attitude. And I'm kind of an angel. I can help you with that. I can help you with that. I say yes to a lot. The power comes from being able to structure and say no sometimes. Because then if you don't, you're enabling people to do their best. So the biggest thing is from your day. Okay, if you have things that you need to do, if you want to be the most effective as possible, and you want to be present for the task at hand, and present for your clients, and present for your business, building that structure is the most important thing. Schedule like crazy, and then adhere to that schedule. Honestly, be so strict on yourself that, hey, my reminder just went off, I got to go prospect. My reminder just went off, I'm going to do my file dates now. If somebody's calling you, texting you, have that discipline to say, I'll get back with you in an hour or in 2 hours when you're done. If something is not working, the thing is, if you don't structure your daily plan, don't have that schedule set, you don't know what to tweak. You don't know what is working because you don't have that structure. If you don't have that structure, how are you going to plan your business plan? See, now it's almost 2021. Oh my gosh. I am so happy that 2021 is almost over. Okay, so I'm welcoming 2021 with open arms. What you want to do is, in order to plan your business for 2021, you need to start now, right? So start practicing the things that work. If you're looking at doing a different source of business, one source, give it your all, master that. If that doesn't work, tweak it week by week. If something's not working, if your leads are not answering the phone, okay, call them after 4 o'clock. I'm sure everyone can work till at least 6, right? At least prospect until 6. So if you are doing your prospecting from like 9 to 11 and half the people are answering, because I'm getting that from a lot of agents. Oh wow, I did 80 dials and I got 4 conversations. Wow. And they're like, this is hard. You know, I'm dialing all these people and no one's answering the. Okay, well, let's change that. So if you're prospecting in the morning for 2 hours, then you want to prospect maybe in the evening, because maybe they're all at work. I have a lot of friends that are engineers. I can't even get a text in return sometimes because they are working. Try to call them at 4:30 to 6:30, whatever works for you. Do a few nights a week and see how that changes your business. But honestly, time blocking is going to help you immensely. And the next thing is, you have to add in the things to educate yourself. Update yourself on the market. Be that professional. Have the knowledge of everything that's happening around you, because when you're prospecting and somebody tells you, you're able to add those sound bites in there, but only if you know. Like when you're able to say, hey, my team does 75 deals a year. We're experts negotiating. We are specialized in this area, and we are the perfect people for the job. You want to have that mindset. So you want to have those sound bites, but you can only practice those if you do the research, if you practice, be the knowledge guru in your area. Okay, it doesn't take long. The MLS is available to everyone. If you don't know how to find the stats, get with your manager, get with us. We'll let you know on how to find those stats, so you can, when you're prospecting, you have those sound bites to use. When people say, because of course with COVID, with the elections, yes, the interest rates are there. So you want to make sure that you are practicing what you're going to use. Okay. Another thing I'd like you to add into your daily life is something called a value card. Okay. We talk about this, Rick and I talk about this in role play all the time, is that when the agents come on and they're starting to practice and they have those sound bites that they use, those value, because you have to separate yourself. You have to practice things and you need to build that value card. And when you have those notes in front of you, because when you're in the midst of a conversation or you're like so deep to a conversation, you forget sometimes of what to mention. So the benefits that you are offering to them besides your own personal values, like the interest rates, inventory is low, homes are selling within a day or two with multiple offers. It's a great time to sell. If nothing else, hey, it's a great time to invest and create some cash flow. Rental rates are really high. I thought about that. And if nothing else, hey, I don't know what your interest rate is, but make sure you get with your mortgage lender, or if you need a resource, I can help you refinance so you can save some money. So when you start coming across with that intention, those 4 topics can create a lot of conversation if you use it to your advantage. Okay, so when we're doing just listed calls or just sold calls or buyer calls, anything that you're doing, especially even listing a home, there's multiple offers for sale by owners. They're from 80% of the market right now. So when you build that value card, if you put buyers and you put sellers, and then if you put for sale by owner, you put expired, and everything that you can use in between. Now, if you guys need a guideline or you need some sound bites to use, get with your managers. Honestly, we do role play every morning at 7 a.m. You're welcome to join anytime, just so you can start adding that. But remember, if you have that in front of you when you're in a call, it's like, oh, shoot, I forgot to talk about the interest rate. Oh, I forgot to talk about the market. I do that. So that way you create that value when you're there. And when they say, what makes you different, you want to make sure you have those value statements available to you. So normally when you're prospecting and when you're so in your schedule, you have your daily plan, you have your schedule, you have it time blocked. You're prospecting in the morning, and then you need to prospect after 4 o'clock. I'm not saying you have to, because I can't make you do anything you want to, but I think it's really important. So if you are able to prospect in the morning and also prospect in the evening for 1 hour, let's see how that works. Tweak your schedule until you get the results, because it's important. You guys, we are our own CEOs. You will pay yourself what you want to. Your salary is determined by how much we want to do. Success is honestly driven by the energy we put into it, right? So honestly, if we're going to do these things, build that schedule, and see how that works. If you need help building that schedule, come to me. I love using Google Calendar. If I show you my schedule, it looks like Beeline, because I have it color coordinated and it's just packed, and which is great. So make sure you're doing your research and sure you're practicing every day. If you're having a hard time practicing, go to your manager, find a role play partner, or come to role play so you can practice those scripts, so you can practice. If you know what to say, then you can focus on the rapport. You can focus on the connection. If you know what to say, when to say, if you have the research and you have knowledge of what's going on in the market, there's nothing stopping you, but you have to practice. This makes perfect. Now you guys all know I'm from India, right? So if I teach you how to say hello, how are you doing in my language, and you press it one time and then I throw you into an Indian party, say, hey, go talk to all of them. You're gonna be like, what? I don't know how to say this. And I can teach you that, but it's like learning a new language. Learning how to speak and communicate with people on what to say, how to say, those scripts are going to help you. Okay, those scripts are not to make you sound scripted. Those scripts have important questions in there that trigger that vision that everyone needs to see. So remember, practicing is like practicing a language. Once you know it, you can't unlearn something, right? So learn it, practice it, get crazy good at it, because then your conversations are going to go smooth and you're going to be like, wow, this is awesome. And so just please practice, add that into your schedule as much as you possibly can. Remember, role play needs to be in your schedule, practice needs to be in your schedule, presentations, and record yourself, because you are your biggest critic, but you also know how you can improve better than anyone else. So when you talk to yourself like, wow, why did I say that? Why am I talking so fast? You're able to improve yourself. And remember to smile when you're presenting, when you're practicing, when you're role playing. It just honestly has energy that flows through you. That's all. And so that's really important to add into there. And then remember to prospect to new clients. Everyone that you pass, you guys, I want to challenge you guys, because I do this. when I go to get my coffee, when I go to a gas station, I actually try to strike a conversation about real estate. And so it's a lot of fun because, and if they're not wanting to talk to you, okay, have a great day and walk away. But I would like to challenge you to do those things. And so just remember, starting out with gratitude, and gratitude starts at night. Gratitude starts to being thankful for what you have in your life so you can sleep peacefully and smiling. And then when you wake up, do your breathing, do your meditation, do some sort of stretching if you don't go to work out in the morning, but do some stretching, take those moments and meditate. And then come on, hit the ground running. There's nothing stopping us. There's so much abundance in this business. I'd love for you to just go after it. Next is make sure you're planning your day. And remember, if you have family, if you have kids, sit with your family and your support system on Sunday to create that schedule for the week. If things going on with your kids, time block that in red. That's what you're doing that for. That's your why, that's your purpose. If you're providing for your family, you want better things for your family, sit with them, your support system, so you can have that working efficiency that you need once you talk with them. So do that on Sunday. Trust me, it helps out a lot. And then if you have your schedule timed out, now, if you're prospecting, and remember, prospecting in the morning, prospect a little bit later. Lead follow-up is completely different. Make sure you have 1 hour of lead follow-up in there. Because getting in front of everyone when they really need it, that is the key. You can reach out to whomever you want to, but if you don't follow up, that's going to be where the disconnect is going to be. And then you're going to call them back 3 or 4 weeks later. Oh, we just bought with someone else. That is painful to hear, right? That's so painful. So make sure you're doing your lead follow-up. That's completely different than working on your files, guys. Working on your files is not lead follow-up. So make sure that those two tasks are separate. But if you time block those, come on, we can work for ourselves at least 8 to 10 hours a day. I think so, right? If we want to make the big bucks and we want to have abundance and we want to have success and we want to be equal to other people, we can do that, right? Okay, well, I can talk all day, so I won't do that. But let's go ahead and finish up our message today. And, I'm so thankful to being with all of you. I love the Everest family. I love all of you on here. And you know what? It's so nice to see everyone on here consistently in the morning. That's such a great time to create that mindset and then go get the day. But anyways, you guys it was so fantastic being with you. Have a great day and a great weekend. And we'll see you again soon. Well, let's finish up with